If you want to learn how to farm millions of loot with Barch at Town Hall 7, then stay tuned because that's what we're covering today. Yo, what's up guys, it's Jsmith here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, I'm going to be covering two different methods of how to Barch. One is a pretty traditional way, where it's just 100 barbarians, 100 archers, and some spells. I like to use 2 heals in a rage, but the next one we'll be covering is actually Barch with some zap spells as well. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to be doing live attacks for the entire video and just going through it. So if you guys do enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, would really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and find some bases to hit. So honestly, number one, this is actually not looking too bad. A lot of the resource buildings are here just on the outside, and I'm going to take full advantage of that. So how I like to use my Barch is pretty much, I don't mind attacking Town Hall 7s or Town Hall 8s as long as they have a good amount of loot and they have relatively exposed resource buildings and storages like this one. I'm going to go ahead and hit the base. So I like to go ahead and I like to try to stay away from buildings such as the wizard towers and mortars, which you can kind of make up for in the next strategy. Like I said, there is the zap strategy as well. So I'm going to go ahead, place a lot of these troops down. I'm going to go ahead and pop a rage by this enemy Barb King, and then I'm going to actually pop some heals next to these. A lot of these storages are, as you can see right there, and I'm also going to save these last 6 archers. No, I misplaced them. So I wanted them to hit the Dark Elixir storage, but I absolutely epically failed right there, and I'm not going to be able to get that. But nonetheless, I got a ton of loot from this already. First base on, right after the intro, the first base we found literally has a ton of loot. And let's go ahead and see, even though we didn't win the attack, 477,000 gold, 314,000 elixir, 669 Dark Elixir. What a number, by the way. But nonetheless, that's a solid attack. Let's go ahead and wait for the next batch of troops to get up, and let's go ahead and hit some more bases. So something that I wanted to point out that's unlike Town Hall 6, where you can go ahead and use those Town Hall 5 level barbarians and archers to go ahead and farm really easily. At Town Hall 7, it's much harder to farm with Town Hall 6 at Town Hall 7. So I definitely recommend trying to upgrade with one of your archers or barbarians relatively early, so that way your farming is, it just goes much better. As you can see, even though I haven't been winning every single raid with this strategy, I've been getting an amazing amount of loot with Barch. So let's go ahead. We've got the next set of troops trained up, this one with some zap spells as well. And as you can see, my storages are almost full. So I'm really going to be prioritizing mainly Dark Elixir, but honestly, if there's a good base and a good example, I'm going to go ahead and hit it regardless. So let's go ahead and see. So it will take 3 lightning spells to destroy a max Town Hall 7 mortar. So this has a solid amount of loot with 1,000 Dark Elixir. I'm going to go ahead and drop 3 right here. Wanted to catch the king in there, but I missed again. I'm just flopping everywhere right now. It's all good though. So I'm going to go ahead and put the next 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. And I'll get that cannon nice and low. So even though this base doesn't have the most insane amount of loot, because I took out those early mortars, I should much easier entry into the base. So I'm going to go ahead, place a lot of these archers down, especially towards the tops. That way I can make sure I get a lot of that Dark Elixir. And of course, place it and reinforce it in other parts of the map so I can steal all the loot. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead, leave most of the archers at the top, so that way I can get that Dark Elixir. So they more or less formed a wall. Going to go ahead and put a couple more down here. Hopefully take out some of those defenses. But nonetheless, I think we are on our way. We should get 50% if I had to guess. We are at the least going to get almost all of this Dark Elixir. So that's great. That's honestly all I care about. I'm not doing this strategy to necessarily win. I'm really just doing it for the loot. This isn't a 3-star strategy, but look. If you want a lot of loot fast, this is your strategy right here. So as you can see, 1,000 Dark Elixir picked up in pretty much like a minute or so. So not bad at all. Let's go ahead and hit another one. I think the main 2 differences between the lightning spell and the heal and rage strategy for Barch is that I find it easier to get more Dark Elixir with the lightning spells. And the reason being is just because mortars are so devastating and they pretty much one-shot all the archers. So it's really tough to deal with, especially when you're going against mortars that are pretty deep in the base and have a really good setup. So because this attack strategy costs about 66,000 with the heals and the rages and 70k with the lightning spells, you are pretty almost guaranteed, as long as you hit a base with about 250 plus k golden elixir, you will make a profit, almost guaranteed, as long as you do all the steps relatively well. It doesn't take me that long to search and find a base. Typically you can find a base within the first like 5 or so tries, but let's go and check out this one right here. So this has 3k dark elixir actually, and that's really what I'm looking for here, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one. So as you can see, the dark elixir storage is exposed, and so are the pumps, so I'm going to make full use of that. I just want to scope out the base and see if there's any other things that I should really be aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of barbarians down, go ahead and actually rage them up, and to make sure they take out that queen. And then what I'm also going to go ahead and do is start gradually spreading out a lot of these barbarians across the top side of the base, more or less because that's where the dark elixir is. So I'm going to go ahead and start spreading out a lot of these archers across the top side of the base, and let's see how this ends up in regards to dark elixir. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop an early heal spell right here and another one up there as well, and get some of these archers taken care of, making sure they're stealing all this dark elixir and helping them more push into the base. So like I said, this isn't necessarily a strategy you want to use if you want to win every time, but if you want a strategy that's going to get you a lot of loot fast, this is definitely a good go-to strategy, because it takes about, if you want to, like, let's say you get a troop boost with the spell, you can go ahead and pretty much charge up an army after every time you attack. Or if you want to go ahead and gem it, it's about 40 gems. Go ahead and boost the barracks and the heal spell, and sorry, the spell factory. So more or less, you really can't go wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and let's see. So we still made a profit on elixir, so 110,000 on that, 123,000 gold, and then 2.5 thousand dark elixir. That's huge. This is how I'm able to farm up my heroes pretty fast. I got my Barbarian King under construction right now. He's going to level 2. Let's go ahead, hit another base, and in the meantime though, let's actually go ahead and train up that comp, and let's go ahead and get some more dark elixir. I'm loving it. Alright, so this is a Town Hall 9, and honestly, I was contemplating hitting this base just because I was like, I think I can find a little bit better. But honestly, take advantage of these type of bases, guys, because look, there's some loot stored in the Town Hall, but again, all of this loot is exposed here. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it. As you can see, all the dark elixir is more or less exposed on the bottom side of the base. Going to go ahead, drop our brains down, and just go ahead and siege this base. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this down. I'm going to go ahead and drop 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many spells it takes to take out some of these Town Hall 9 structures, but I'm going to go ahead and start dropping down some of the archers behind it. So the archers are more or less there to go ahead and tank for your troops. So they're not there to necessarily, like, they will not take a lot of damage, like especially against expos and these higher level town halls, they will get absolutely beaten down. But if there's one thing for sure, is that they can get a ton of loot and do a ton of damage fast. So Barch is really just good at really just overwhelming your enemy. And just like right here, I'm going to go ahead, pick up a nice star right here. Once this goes down, got the barbarians working hard and working out overtime. And let's see what this comes out to on the total. So we were able to snag out all of the dark elixir here. That's 2,700 dark elixir just like that in one raid. I found Silver League to be an amazing league for farming because there's just a mixture of dead bases as well as lower tier bases like Town Hall 6s that you can more or less abuse for like 300,000 loot sometimes. So there's a lot of great opportunities out there. It's really just what you can make of them. So I know you guys may see me pass some of these really good bases, but ultimately I'm really just looking for dark elixir right now. I really want to hit 10k by the end of this video. It looks like we just found another steal of a base. This is a rare find, but honestly, it's a pretty cool layout as well. It's a 2021 base layout, and I think we should be able to get some good loot off this. So I'm going to go ahead, drop some barbarians down on these mortars, get them taken out nice and early, and let's go ahead and do the same for the right side. Get them taken out. They should be going down shortly. I don't know why it's taking them so long, but we should go ahead and reinforce that a little bit. And then what we'll go ahead and do is put a lot of them on this Barbarian King. Gonna go ahead and rage these up with some archers behind him. And then after that, honestly, let's go ahead and put a couple more here. Farm up some of this loot on the right side. And then, I think we should maybe try to clear out some of these defenses if we want. But I guess we'll wait. let's just go ahead and make sure we secure all these resources, and then after that we can go ahead and see if we can take down the rest of the base, maybe even get 3 stars on this Town Hall 8. So that'd be really cool to see, but let's see if we can make it happen first. I do have some giants in the clan castle. Gonna go ahead and put them down and see if they can maybe distract the Teslas for a little bit. It looks like they're gonna go ahead and walk, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some archers behind them. Go ahead and drop a heal. Try to keep them alive while the troops are busy cleaning up some of those resource buildings in the top. So hopefully we can keep these giants alive long enough for the barbarians and archers to come down and go ahead and help them. But honestly, it is not looking too hot. So this will be the close race to see if our troops can go ahead and 3-star this base. I don't know if we'll be able to make it happen. Let's go ahead, drop a heal, see if we can make it happen. And I'll tell you what, this is actually going to be the fight of the century right here. Barbarians and archers versus literally all the defenses at Town Hall 8. So unfortunately, it looks like the troops are getting massacred a little bit, but nonetheless, we got all the loot that we wanted to. So not too bad. So that comes out to 1,300 and 400 a piece on golden elixir. Let's go ahead and do one more attack and see what we can find. So we're really close to that 10k mark. That's what I wanted to hit. And honestly, I think this actually we'll search for a little bit more. So let's go ahead and see what we can find here. All right, we just got one more solid one. It's a Town Hall 8, but hey, that's no problem. That is no problemo. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I think we can take out these 3 right here. Boom. All right, all the mortars are down. Let's go ahead and get to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down all the barbarians over here on the right side. Try to make sure I get all that dark elixir, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shift my focus to the top side of the base a little bit. Let's go ahead and put some of the barbarians down here and some archers as well. Make sure we get all of the loot, and it looks like we are pretty much maxed when it comes to loot. I'm just wondering if there's anything I'm missing, if there's any pumps in the corners or anything like that. But nope, doesn't look like it. And boom, we have crossed the 10k mark. Already got a star in this one, so we're not losing any trophies. Solid. I'm feeling pretty good. Looks like we will break through this base, maybe even get 2 stars, because it looks like there's really nothing defending the core. So if we can get that cannon down, that'd be huge. And there's a slim possibility. I don't think it's likely, but there's a slim possibility that we could 3-star this base. So let's go ahead and see how this one turns out. So it looks like they're pushing through the core here. Archers are going to go ahead and snipe off some of the Town Hall and the elixir storage. Alright, Barbarians pushing through. Archers taking the way now. And now it's going to be the final push for these last couple of defenses. That Wizard Tower is going to do a massive amount of damage to all the troops that come by. So I don't think it's going to be a 3-star just because we don't have any heal spells or anything like that. But hey, I'm not complaining, you know. This is some solid loot right here. We should be able to get that gold storage down. Boom. So there is officially no loot left, and this is going to be a GG right here. So let's go ahead and see what the loot comes out to. So 600k each and 1,000 dark elixir. So this was kind of like my speed run of how to barch. Even though we didn't do any replays, but look at the attack log, guys. Not too shabby whatsoever, even though you don't win every attack. But look, it's a consistent way and a fast way to get a lot of loot. And I'm maxed out right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.